Alright, so we're having some power loss issues with the KA. I'm guessing because the spark plug gap is pretty bad. But yeah, so the problem is it kind of falls on its face in the mid-range. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull the gaps out, or the plugs out, we're gonna gap them, or double check that they're at 44 thousandths. And then we're gonna do something about this filter because it fell off and the wheel hit it, so it looks like it's being some sort of restriction. So yeah, we're gonna take the plugs out and we're gonna look at them real quick. Sorry about the wind noise if there's any, I'm not sure yet, but it won't focus, but there's quite a bit of oil on the plug, so that's probably causing it to foul out. And yeah, that gap looks a little open, a little too much for 44,000, so we're gonna get all of them gapped to that. And then yeah, we're gonna, well, before that I'm gonna take all the plugs out and then crank it over to, if it has more oil in it, it'll kind of blow it out. It's not a long-term fix, but it'll do something. And then after that, we're gonna, this car is at 26 degrees of timing, so we're gonna go back to 20 degrees because since we don't have the 248 anymore, we kind of don't really, you know, there's not really that need for the top end, so we're gonna go back to 20. And yeah, okay, so you can see there it's at around 44 or 4500ths or thousandths. I think that's thousands, I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's supposed to be 0.044. Yeah, so this one was way off. He was stopping it around like 30 thousandths. So we're gonna do that to all the plugs. I'm pretty sure it's gonna make a big difference, because if you have a small like spark like that, you know, there's a reason they give you a recommended you know, clearance or a gap. So we're gonna do that to all the plugs real quick. Alright, so I finished, that's my last one. I don't know, I did it kind of like in a weird order, but make sure if you are going to crank it over just to get the old oil out, make sure you unplug this, because these will still have spark going through them and you don't want something to catch on fire, you know. I'm not saying that, you know, even if it just contacts on metal, it won't catch on fire, because it might, you never know. But yeah, if you look up on the hood, you probably can't see it, but this is like all the oil that was in the bores, all that. So yeah, just, you know, it's like a little tip to get some of it out. You know, it's better to replace your seals though. I replaced mine, but I have no idea what it is, and I don't want to put RTV in there. I'd rather put oil than RTV. But yeah, I'm gonna warm up the car real quick right after this. And once it's up to temp, you want to disconnect this here. This is the TPS, and make sure you turn it off once it gets up to temp. Then you do that. So once it's up to temp, you turn it off, disconnect this, turn it back on, and then get your timing gun, and then on the marks on there you want to get back onto 20 degrees. So that's what I'm gonna do. You could probably go up a degree depending on your setup, or go down on timing. But yeah, I'm just doing this to see if I could find more power that I've been losing. You know, it could be this, it could be oil, but you know, I'm curious to find out what it is. So that's why I'm doing this video. So I'm just gonna shut up and get all this buttoned up real quick, and yeah, go back to you when I'm getting all the timing stuff done. Okay, cool. Sorry about the shake. I'm holding it with my weird hand. Alright, so first start, plugs gapped. See how she starts. Make sure it's in neutral. You don't want this shit going away. It's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same as when it was like at 30,000. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna take a look at everything. Okay, it's a little quieter, I feel like it is like. Alright, cool, we're gonna let it heat up, and we're gonna unplug that TPS and just plug in the timing gun and see how it goes. Whoa, that's a shaky video. Alright, so while your car is heating up, you want to check stuff like the injectors with this. You just want to put it right there and then put your ear towards the end, and you can hear they're all clicking. with solenoids. They're little solenoids basically. So yeah, you want to do stuff like that. Just check around for leaks. But check it out. I got those side skirts installed. They really look nice with the whip. But yeah, and I also found like 15 cents on the floor, which is pretty cool. 15 cents to that KA that I'm gonna fucking. God damn. Alright, I got the whole timing thing set up. So you want your little your reader to go in on the first cylinder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't confuse 4 for first. This is first. And I have the positive on the positive, negative on the negative. Negative is black, positive is red. We're gonna read it with this doohickey. So when that spins, the harmonic balancer, whatever you want to call that. So it has little lines on it, right? Little lines like this, one after each other. So the second and last one is the one you want to put it on. That's 20 degrees. Right now it's way past that one. It's like at 26 or something like that. So I'm gonna turn it on. It's already warmed up. We're gonna turn it on, and we kind of want to flash it with this, and this flashes it right at the sequence when it hits this cylinder at top dead center or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Move it on back to 20 degrees, and we're gonna see how it runs. Also, make sure your car's idling between 650, 750 RPM. You want it like kind of low. You don't want like 1200 RPM, or it's gonna be way off. So 650, 700 RPM. You want it when you're reading it with the timing light. You want a better one than this. This is just like a cheap one that was like 40, 50 bucks. You know, the ones that have the sorry about that. This phone's kind of crappy, but yeah, you want like one that has like digital readout. You can rent it or do it like at a smog place if you have a smog place. Yeah, it'll have like the numbers and stuff. They're more accurate, but yeah, you know, that's like going above and beyond. Alright, so we're idling at about 700, 650, somewhere around there. And let's see if you can see it with the light. We're just a hair below the last one. The last little mark is top dead center at 20. And so that means we got to go back a little bit. We have to retard the timing. We're still at like 25. So yeah, also make sure that's disconnected because that messes with the idle. So we're gonna have to mess with this. You loosen that and you kind of wiggle it forward so you get 20 or your desired time. So yeah, let's do that real quick. Alright, that's what I did for the intake. I just kind of cut all the little webbings out. I don't recommend doing this, but I'm not driving the car a lot because of the whole quarantine thing. So I'm just kind of doing it for shits and giggles. It might help, it might not. But yeah, the whole engine's running like probably as good as it can for right now. I mean, everything's done, the plugs, the timing. I mean, other than like flushing the coolant, there's really nothing else I can do to make it run better. The injectors are all good, so yeah. Hope it sounds cooler though. Alright then. Deuces.